Hi everybody, thanks for joining us again. Today we'll reveal the third of 5 new products being announced every week. Before I get into this week's announcement, I'll just give a little hint for the next two coming up. The next two lights will communicate wirelessly with your smartphone. And stay tuned, I'm going to flash it, the next one, at the end of this video. So this week's announcement, no less colossal. You'll see here our Preon P1, P2s here. They have been a smash hit since they were announced six years ago. When they were first announced, they doubled what existing pen lights put out in lumens, and we haven't been topped since. Over the years, we did make minor updates to them to keep up with lighting technology. But to this day, there still hasn't been another light that trumps the P2's output. As always, keep in mind we cite real conservative tested lumens. We don't inflate or exaggerate our numbers. You may find that other 2 AAA lights out there claim twice the lumens as ours, but when put side by side, they really lose out, hands down. We believe integrity is more important than anything else, and if you can't believe our specifications, what can you believe in? So we don't play with the inflate the lumens game that so many flashlight makers out there play. Also, keep in mind that our light is still the most compact 2 AAA light out there. There are lots of knockoffs and wannabes, but the Preon really has stood the test of time. It's been 6 years, and we're actually very hesitant to improve upon something that's done so well. So, however, over the years, the last 6 years, we have received lots of feedback, and we always listen to feedback to our customers. It's important to us. We may not do anything. We might not even respond the way that our customers like, but we do take it all into consideration. And we really haven't done anything to the Preon just because it's been a great seller and we didn't want to mess with a good thing. So 3 main feedback that we received for the Preons was, number 1, the light was quite slippery, and partly it was the design. We wanted that smooth, kind of even look, but it was slippery, and I don't doubt that, and I don't disagree with it. And then secondly, the rear button was just too easily pressed, and we had a lot of complaints about that. And thirdly, that the clip wasn't strong enough. I mean, to me it was pretty strong, but it wasn't strong enough for our customers. So those 3 things we took into consideration and improved upon it, and we're announcing the new next generation Preons, the P2 and the P1. And as you can see, the size is pretty much kept the same, slim, pen-like profile. So the first thing we did was improve the grippiness issue. We did this by adding sub-millimeter cuts into the body that allow your tiny fingerprints to grip into these grooves. The problem with traditional knurling, as well as other solutions, is that it adds thickness to the light. And second, it's highly abrasive and can wear on your hands and clothing. And sometimes, if the knurling's not done right, some manufacturers will make superficial cosmetic cuts that actually don't grip, and they actually make it more slippery. Well, we put a lot of thought into this, and made axial cuts throughout the entire body, so that even if you held it lightly, it's still, it'll still slide under your fingers, but with a slight bit of pressure, you're gonna grip it pretty well. See that? We're quite happy with what we've come up with, and I really like the new, very industrial and functional design. Yet, from a distance, they still look like Preons and function the same way, actually better. And if you look at the cuts, the body, if you look carefully, it's just one actually continuous screw cut. If I didn't mention it, you probably wouldn't notice it, but it's kind of a little neat little feature. Anyway, this is a fantastic little light. Really happy with it. Second thing is we've made the tail cap the metal tail cap much firmer, and the travel is a little shorter. This is to help prevent accidental activations. Also, the angular edge right here will prevent you from actually reaching the button, unlike the round button right here that's so accessible. See that? That's actually low because there's no battery in there, but anyway. This is a much better solution. And as always, if you were to throw it in your luggage or not using it, you can always slightly untwist the head and it'll lock out the light just fine. Tighten the head to lock on. Yeah. Yep. So the third improvement was the clip. And I had a conversation with Jason, also known as Prometheus Lights, Prometheus Tools, and I complimented him on his simple yet elegant clip design. And I got his blessing to use the similar shape as his aftermarket clip. His clip, of course, is titanium. We kept ours stainless to keep costs down. Anyway, these actually, I just got these production pieces, so these are exactly how it's like. Nice and simple, stronger, and I think people will like these a lot. So as I mentioned, our clips will remain stainless. So if you want a titanium clip, please send your business to Jason at Prometheus. He's a great guy and he makes lots of cool things. Okay, now onto the user interface. This time we decided to switch things up a little with the new Preon. No pun intended, sorry about that. We've adapted the same interface as the MMRX, some of you are familiar with, which has configurable interfaces. 5 different interfaces that you can choose from that sets the, you're able to choose between 5 different sets of UIs. Let me just explain real quick. So there, by default, the light is just high and low. So you just turn it on, that's high, low, high, low. See that? This is actually configuration number 2. Configuration number 1 is just max only, and a lot of people have asked that. They just want one mode, the absolute max. You can set it to 1, or you can set it to 2 with max low, which it comes with. You can set configuration to configuration 3, which is max and strobe. Configuration 4 is a low, medium, max, and strobe. And configuration 5 is low, medium, max, SOS, strobe, beacon high, and beacon low for those who want everything. So to change the configuration, we don't anticipate people switching configurations very often, maybe a few times in the lifetime of the light, and you just set it and you forget it, you know, so you use it as high-low now. Okay. So the way you set it is by quickly turning it on 10 times until you see the light dim. So I'm just going to do a half press until I see a dim. There we go. Whoops. Okay. Now it begins flashing. So flashing 1 means configuration 1. If I select that by turning it off, give it 5 seconds or something like that. Remember, configuration 1 is just max only. And some of you will be very happy because now it only comes on max. You know, for those who don't like the modes, you just want the brightest mode there is, and that's what it is. That's configuration 1. Say you want configuration 4, so I'll just tap it 10 times until I see it flash. Hold on a second. And make sure it flashes 4 times. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Turn it off, on. That's 1. See that? Configuration 2. Configuration 3. I want 4. 3, 4. There. I turn it off. Give it 5 seconds, and what you should get is a low, medium, max, and strobe. See, that's a low, medium, max, strobe, low. Yeah. So I think you guys will be very happy with it. It's quite versatile, and you can choose the interface that you want. You know. There we go. See? So a little bit, a few more specs. Let's see. It's 22.6 degrees flood angle. You can see that. No, a spot angle. That spot in the middle, if you can see it. It's 22.5 degrees. The wide angle flood beam is 84 degrees. Here's some run times on low. It's 10 lumens for 20 hours. That output will run 20 hours nonstop. Medium is 90 lumens for 3 hours. And high, it's 220 for about an hour. Crazy. If you do the strobe, you can strobe for 2 hours. I don't know why you want that, but you know. And SOS is 3 hours. Beacon high, 7.5 hours. Beacon low is 40 hours. Beacon is where it'll flash for a second every 10 seconds, kind of to locate itself. Beacon low runs 2 days straight, pretty much. These run $50 for the 2-cell and $40 for the 1-cell. Quite reasonable. You will not find any light with this kind of performance feature set out there at this price point. If you pick it up from FOURSEVENS.com, it's ship free, and I think it's going to be awesome. And one thing, we are offering a limited quantity of the 4.7s blue. They're really pretty. And limited meaning when we run out, we'll likely just make a different color. Same as the MMRX, very similar. But for those who like a little bit of color, we got them. These will start shipping on November 25th, just before Thanksgiving. And if you get lucky, they may ship a little earlier. Depends on when they hit our docks. So I think that's about it. Hope you guys are just as excited as we are. Oh, I forgot to mention the LED. It's XPL HD. And the output, 220 lumens, which is quite a feat with 2 AAAs. It used to be, 30 lumens with a lithium cell was just amazing. Now you have a pen light, runs on 2 very, very common AAA batteries that put out 220 lumens, which is just crazy. It's crazy. Paramedics love it. They like the low mode, to kind of check dilation of eyes. P1s are great as well. Same interface. This actually fits almost anywhere. It's really nice. I think that's it. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I have to kind of tease next week's announcement. And I'm going to show you real quick. Here it is. Ta-da. That little light will talk to your phone. So we will see you next week. Thank you for watching, and enjoy.